Ladies and gentlemen, we have a diamond in the mix for 40 days and 40 nights. We're putting Whale Certified is only bringing the best of the best for the best. And here he is now, the new inductee for the St. Louis Soccer Hall of Fame, Nick Traina, ladies and gentlemen. Nick, all your fans in St. Louis said, "Hey, way to go, baby!" The trifecta of Trainas.
Yeah, my dad would be really proud of this moment.
Yes, amen. Man, what a father you had. You had, yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
I learned so much from him. How he respected the players. I mean, he was such a player's coach. I didn't realize how good he was. I mean, until you hear from Bill McDermott and you hear a lot of the guys that talk about playing soccer, and I always got trouble when I showed up at Forest Park to play 7-on-7, and I would show up a lot with my dad at one time, and they always picked my dad first, and then all of a sudden, I show up without my dad, and typical Pat Calico tells me, "Hey Nick, where's your dad? We need your dad. Where's your dad?" I'm like, "Pat, you got me." He goes, "I know. We need your dad." and I never forgot that.
No. I mean, Pat, he's always got the singers, man. You got him in his front pocket, back pocket. He's, around his neck. He'll zing you.
Yeah, he puts everybody in their place, that's for
sure. Pete does if he...
To give you an idea how Pat puts people in his place. We were in a regional soccer game in Eastern Illinois, and I'm having the game of my life. Honest to God, the game of my life. And I get taken down in the penalty. I'm playing midfield. I get taken down in the penalty area, and we've got a lot of talent. Jack Donovan, Mike Dean, a lot of talent.
Wow.
And penalty kick shows up. Dallas yells, "Traina, take it," because I'm having a great game. I get up there. I miss the goal. It goes wide. I come back to the sidelines. Pat Calico's near the bench. He goes, "Nick, that shot was so wide, it was a corner kick." And I'm like, "Pat, thanks. I know it, okay? Let me get back into the game, okay?"
Oh. His brother Pete, when he put his butt out, and he would move everybody, like 4 or 5 inches to the left or the right.
I remember Uncle Pete. Till this day, I felt like he was the one who invented the start of the game. Just touch it, and Uncle Pete would just shoot the ball. He must have done it a couple times and made it, because it seemed like all the time I used to watch them, at the beginning of a game, they would just touch it to Pete, and they would let Pete shoot the ball from half field. And I'm like, what is going on? Oh, he's made it one time, so he thinks he can do it all the time. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Oh, man.
These are things I remember. I'm 69, and these things happen when, maybe I'm 10, 12,
Absolutely.
And I still remember those days.
Oh, absolutely.
With my dad and Uncle Pete, So.
Oh, man, I mean, laughing days, man. You can't help but remember. I mean, it was historical, man. You were living history, Nick.
Yeah. I remember my dad's practices. I can't remember what park it was, but everybody It was amazing. Everybody would show up to his practices. Guys would come down from Blackburn, from West County, South County, wherever the practice was. Everybody showed up. It's like it was unbelievable. And then afterwards, he was unbelievable of bringing a team together. I always felt like he was one of the first guys to invent, maybe after practice, everybody goes home. Not my dad. He'd have let's go meet at a bar, have a drink, get to know each other.
Yeah.
He was, I think, and I still believe this, he was one of the first guys when you showed up at the game, he brought the uniforms, so you had to show up early. You had to show up early to get your uniform and get dressed at the facility where you're at.
Yeah.
And like Valley Field, he would do that, so everybody would have to show up, and that's how everybody got to know each other.
Well said. Well said. There's a method to the madness, bro.
Well, he did it. I mean, he was smart. I remember him watching, sitting on the kitchen table, figuring out the lineups. Who's playing where and who's playing there, and I think of guys that, like, I remember like a Johnny Ireland and Vince Pinion and the Hennessy's and Vince Fossey and Putnam, and I mean those guys. I mean, I grew up watching those guys. My dad coached. It was some really good talent.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, Kudas had the best team because they had the who's who of SLU and SIU guys. But my dad always put a formidable team out there, and they always gave him a game.
Absolutely. And that was the beauty of it. To say something happened to Kudas, hey, there's like 2 or 3 teams that could fit right in, and win the national. That they had the best of the best because they had to beat the best. But if something would have happened, they would have been fined or couldn't play. There it is. You had like 2 or 3 teams that could come in right away. And your father and uncle, they learned that when they were kids, how you just talked about the way it was. Those uniforms, man. You still remember walking up those stairs from the locker room at Mel Alley?
Yeah, I really do. Yeah, coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, man.
And afterwards, he made them take off all the uniforms so my mom could wash them.
Yeah.
And have them ready for the next game.
Exactly. And that you remember the locker room at Cronolette Park?
Yep.
Yeah, man. I mean, to walk down that hill, and it's okay walking down, man. But if you don't win, walking up that hill is a long Jesus.
I know. I mean, that honestly, that was a lot of memories with my dad. I mean, I used to go to Fox Park and watch him play fast pitch softball.
Wow.
My dad and I always hung around together, and it just, it was a very, very good learning experience, how to treat people. He treated people like, I always believed that, you treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yep.
And he always did that, and I've always tried to follow his footsteps.
Right. And that helped you in your professional life with the produce row folks being their eyes and wallet in the Springfield area.
Yeah, that's people laughed. They said, "Nick, do you ever see the product?" I said, well, really, not really. I'm just the in-between man. I buy it out of California and I ship it to these customers in different cities. He goes, listening to you, you sound like the strawberries and the lettuce is right next to you.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm hoping buy the best quality for the customer, and he's happy with the price. and all that stuff. So
Yeah,
I must have done something right for 37 years.
without a doubt. And it goes along this way. You're a man of your word. You're a woman of your reputation. And you, they're golden, man. They're golden.
Yeah, that's funny you say that. You don't think like that, but I guess that is true. That you are, what you are, and like I said before, if somebody meets me, you get what you get.
There you go. Is it true to the rumor that a Traina can go on the hill and always get a meal?
You know something? I have a feeling my cousin Ron, because typically when I come in town, because I live in Venice, Florida now, and I come home to Springfield to see my grandkids, and I always spend time with Ronnie, my cousin Ron, and Gary Garino, and Bobby Radici, and Mike DiArmando. I would have to think that my cousin Ron and Gary, when I'm with them, I think occasionally we'll get a free pizza from Milo's occasionally.
And have you ever seen a bocce ball go into the street?
Oh my God! Don't tell me you've been talking to Ron, because Ron and Gary think they're the best bocce ball players there is, and Ron's really good when he's playing with the girls.
Are they members of the bocce club up the road?
Actually, I think Gary Garino is, and actually my brother Johnny Traina is also part of the bocce club over there.
Nice. But is there a special sandwich that's in Springfield, Illinois? If you're from there, you know about it, and anybody that comes there, you got to send them there.
Oh boy, that's
Okay.
That's a tough one, because normally I'm coming down to St. Louis to go, to get to Missouri Bakery, and to get to Lou Bacardi's for pizza. And
You ever see a ghost there?
I'm more coming to St. Louis than I'm going to Springfield. They spent over 30 years up in Springfield. Everything seems regular. I don't get chocolate drops too often, unless I get to St. Louis.
There you go. You ever see a ghost in Lou Bacardi's?
I don't ever see a ghost in Lou Bacardi's. I don't, but I forget who, is it Lisa? I forget her name. But she still works there and still puts out a great pizza.
Oh, yeah, man. When I was a teenager, I got one of those pizzas, man, and I fell in love with pizza ever since. I had, Mom's Chef RLD, and every once in a while we, throw ads to my head on it. But that was like the first pizza I ever had sit down in a restaurant. Holy moly, man. Around 10,000 pizzas later.
Yeah, I know. I've been... Let's not talk about people's weight right now.
Oh, okay.
I've been working out for 3 months.
Nice, baby. Nice.
For next week.
Yeah, man.
I need to lose a little more weight, but at least I feel like I'm in good health. I'm never skinny enough, Kev, because I laugh when I tell people that, when I was in high school at St. Louis High, that I went into high school at 4'6" and about 87 pounds, and people don't believe that, but it's true. And when I graduated high school, senior in high school, I played soccer. I was 4'8" and 98 pounds, and I was almost the smallest. I was the smallest player. I mean, Eddie Dunn wouldn't let me play midfield, where all the Trainas play. He took me up, put me on out at a winger, because he goes, small guys just don't play in the midfield in his system.
Wow.
You know, so
Yeah,
I had to play winger in his system.
Yeah, and you only played as a senior.
You know, yeah, you played there, exactly, because there were 11 good players as a junior. You know, and then in senior year, guess who's playing behind me? A Cacciatore. With Jeff Cacciatore. So there was always talent around me, and you know, and I tell the story that it seemed like, I mean, I scored quite a few goals, I felt like, in high school, but, you know, whenever you get the ball, who's open? Ty Teal. He's always open. He's always open. And I'm a two-touch kind of player, so every time I got the ball, touch, there's Ty. Touch, there's Ty. It's like, Nick, the guys are telling me, Nick, you got to take some people on once in a while. I go, I'm trying to get used to playing wing out here. I'm not used to this.
Yeah.
You know, so we had a very good high school team. You know, we went to the finals of the high school deal against McClure North.
Yeah.
Which had a fantastic team with.
I played against you, didn't even know it.
Yeah, Donnie Huber, Larry Holzer.
Yeah.
You know, those guys. I mean, they had a fantastic team.
Oh, yeah. And you took them a couple games.
Yeah, we tied the first game, and then the second game, I think, was only 1 goal difference, and I think it could have went either way.
Yeah.
We also had a talented group, but I mean, I think McClure North's 11 players got full scholarships for college.
Yeah.
And in our high school team, I would say maybe 6 to 8 guys.
Yeah.
Got scholarships, and you know, we had a good team.
Oh, yeah.
But they had a really good team.
Yeah. During your trek, you had a couple games in district against DeAndres that you had to go through.
Yes, we did.
And then you went through a couple games with CBC, and then there you go, I guess, right there to the final, or you went to St. Mary's, maybe.
You know, I think it was more CBC and DeAndres. I didn't know many guys at DeAndres, I don't think. And if I make a mistake, I think, did Petcher go to DeAndres maybe?
No, that was Normandy the year before.
Okay. I just remember getting kicked by Petcher a couple times, so I didn't know if that was but whoever Petcher played for, I got kicked a couple times.
He tried to kick you out of bounds.
It didn't take a lot to move me.
Yeah.
It didn't take a lot to move me. So, yeah, I remember that. It did take a lot, you know. So,
but you gave me goosebumps when you talked about you played on the wing with those strikers, Mike Dean and our guy Jack Donovan.
Yeah. Well, in college, Mike Dean, Steve Moyers, Jack Donovan, probably the 3 prolific scorers in high school, all went to UMSL.
Yeah.
And then I came in, Fitzsimmons came in, and we had, and I think Genovese came in as a goalie, and we had a fantastic freshman class with the seniors that were on the team, like Mike Beck and Ellis and Teddy O'Neill. It was, I mean, I'll never forget the first year when we beat SLU, you know, at Washington University, and I'll never forget that day. I was sitting on the bench, and all of a sudden I get called by Dallas. He goes, I want you to go out there and follow Ty wherever he goes. And I said, "What? You want me to do what?" He goes, yeah, just follow Ty wherever he goes and stay on him. The game at that time, how small I was, the ball was played over my head I never touched the ball. I just kept running. You know, I was in great shape. and then we end up scoring. I can't forget who scored, but that was a momentum occasion right there.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
That was unbelievable. Then another time I remember, which was so lasting impression to me, is when my senior year, I think my junior year, they had moved me to wing fullback.
Wow.
Because Gary Yule,
Yeah.
Gary Yule, I think, was playing midfield, so they moved me to wing back, and I ended up facing Chris Story, which was one of my close friends, and he said, "Hey, cover Chris." So, I played at WashU, and I really had a really, really good game. And I always knew Chris always went to his left. So,
yeah, right.
Either get to the ball before Chris does, or don't let him go left.
Palumpo.
So I had a very good game that game, and I think we might have beaten them that game also at WashU.
Nice.
But again, the only team that we never beat in my 4 years, and I always hear it when I talk to them, is I'd never beaten my friend Bob Radici at Quincy with Bobby and Mike Tiramondo.
Yeah.
And Vince Aguirre's.
Yeah.
And Fran Slay.
Yeah.
Emilio John.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a great team.
Oh yeah, a great storied culture of soccer there.
Yeah, they had a great team.
How was that playing in Francis Park, the Francis Field, with all the history that came off that pitch?
Oh my gosh, that was exciting. With all the guys, and actually, you think of Francis. I just think sometimes of getting the guys together to play at Barrow Park, getting guys together to play at Forest Park, behind the handball courts. Even 7-on-7 we played, when it was Prep South,
yeah, great
there,
fields.
Wherever there was somebody could get together and call a guy here and here, and all of a sudden he gets 14 guys to play.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yes, it was, man. It still is every once in a while, those places.
Yeah. I don't know, with all these competitive teams, Kev, I don't know if it's more, not as much pickup games as it used to be with us.
Right. Yeah, you're absolutely right, without a doubt. Very minimal.
Yeah. I mean, all of a sudden, I mean, back then or whatever, like Garina would call a couple guys. I would call a couple guys. Kaliko would call a couple guys from the north. And the next thing you know is you got 14 guys, and in a typical Northsiders, let's play North against South. What the hell? Let's just 15 to play. Come on, let's play North against South. You know how it is when you're playing North against South. The North, they keep the ball, they pass it forwards, backwards, sideways, backwards, forward, backwards, sideways. They never go to the goal. The Southsiders, we get the ball, we take it at them, score 1-0. North side gets the ball, forward, sideways, backwards, sideways. They're keeping the ball for like 5-10 minutes. Southside guys get the ball, take a guy on, 2-0. It's like
yes. I mean, if you're lying, you're dying.
That's how it was. That's how it was. I mean, they played a beautiful game of soccer. I'm not saying that.
Oh, yeah.
But from a South Side standpoint, okay, there's a little passing, but it's attacking. I kind of was going to, in my speech, say something, but I'm not going to. It was kind of funny that I felt like I learned most of my stuff playing with the guys from the hill.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
and with
Yeah.
DC and all those guys. And everybody I mentioned, I said, you know something? I really learned how to play defense. And somebody go, well, you know, you learn to play defense with everybody. And I said, I know, but everybody I mentioned never comes back. They never come back. I mean, Garino, Cacciatore, Garmondo. Hey, Nick, go back and get the ball. Bring it up. Okay? Like, these guys never played defense.
Oh. So is that why the field down there on the hill, oh my gosh, the name escapes me.
Barrow Park.
Barra Park. Is that why it's so, narrow and short? You know, hey, not a lot of running around here.
Well, I will say this. On Thanksgiving, when they play the old-timers against young high school kids,
Yeah.
okay, or the young college kids, the old-timers are always going downhill. Okay. Plus, I have my cousin Ron refereeing. So,
Well, there you go. I mean, everybody needs a cousin Ron every once in a while.
yeah. So having cousin Ron in the back pocket always helps.
Wow. That is quite a history of soccer. And you lived it, man. And beautiful stories. And
those are hey, Kevin, those are the best days of my life. I mean, it's just the friends that I've made, you know, back in high school and college, and, you know, 35, 40 years later, you know, guess what? They're still my best friends.
Absolutely.
And you see them at Milo's, or you see them at a bar, you see them just out. You know, they're the first one guys to come up and give you a hug and say hi, and
Yeah.
you know, and it's what a great experience. You know, what a great experience.
Yeah, at St. Ambrose, they give you the confession outside on the patio.
I'm constantly told by Gary, like Garino, Nick, you got to get to church. You got to get to church. I'm like, okay, care. All right.
Are you aware of his DJing, Easy G?
Oh my God, Kev. Oh my God, now we're talking. Because back when it was Ziggy's, okay, back when he was doing it at Ziggy's,
Yeah.
him and I were like, you know, two peas in a pot.
All right.
And he was doing the DJing at Ziggy's. So many people, so many soccer guys, Robeson, and just all the guys from Rosary, from Aquinas, and all these guys. And you're looking at a Southsider. Gary and I were both Southsiders. So I mean, you know, after he would DJ, you know, he would drive separately, I'm driving separately, and again, you're having a drink or two. You know, it was tough making it home to South St. Louis after partying at Ziggy's. That's for sure.
Yeah, I bet. Well,
And
there.
even today, I got to listen to Motown when I'm around them.
Have you been able to get into the city games and see all the reunions?
Yeah, you know something? Last year, whatever the first year was, I didn't make it back. Gary and Bobby were DC, and a couple other guys had some extra tickets, and so I ended up able to get to a game or two. You know, it was, you know, again, everybody, you know, it's kind of funny when you're around soccer guys, you know, and everybody's got an opinion, you know what I mean? Like, you know, this could be done, or, you know, this guy, what are they thinking, you know, what are they thinking? Everybody's like, what are they thinking of down there? What are they doing? You know, and then you get, you know, this doesn't, you know, it's not impressing, you know, what's going on? You know, so, again, you know, things change year in, year out. I'm hoping that they have a good year this year.
Yeah, well, there it is. We start the novenas early, but that's the way it's got to be. It's a dog eat dog out there, man. But
yeah, it was kind of funny. Me down in Florida, and I don't really follow the who's traded from one person to the other. And I'm watching TV, and the LA Galaxy's on TV, and they say, yeah, Klaus is getting the ball and taking a shot. And I'm like, Klaus, he's with St. Louis. And next thing I know is I call Gary up. Gary, what's going on? I just seen Klaus with Galaxy. He goes, oh, he got traded 2 weeks ago. I'm like, well, again, down in Florida, I don't know those things.
right, there you go.
So
Yeah.
I don't know who the new guys are and things like that. So I guess how they put it, people that know what's going on say, until you start spending money, you're not going to get the best quality.
Yeah, Berkey can't take us to the final on ties.
Yeah. So I mean, again, it takes a little time. I mean, I think everybody was so crazy the first year that they went so undefeated and so many wins and everybody's hula hollering and the game is beautiful and the bars outside are beautiful. Everything's great. And then people start losing. People start thinking, what's wrong? It's just that, people start realizing how to play against us.
Nice. There you go with the soccer IQ. And you know what that did? That just got you in the Wales Certified Hall of Fame. Yeah, baby. To understand that. There you go. Hey, we got a custom here, Nick, at Wales Certified to say, hey, whatever you want to say to who you ever want to say it to for as long as you want to say it for. This is your opportunity, Nick.
Well, my mom and dad, they did everything for me. And just everybody knows, my dad is a special person, and I learned everything from him. But you know something? My mom was that special person next to him who, in college, when I got home, dinner's on the table, and just being there when I had the bad games, and they went to all my games. I was one of the few parents that had their parents at the games. I mean, away games, and that meant a lot to me, and it was a great feeling to have that.
Right, man. I mean, when you got friends in heaven, you're okay, huh?
That's true. That is true, Kev.
Yeah. But that's magnificently said, bro. Well,
I think I get my family, my kids who didn't get to see me play, and a lot of people who didn't get to see guys like my age play. I feel like putting my time in, so I'm glad that I'm getting put in. I do. I really, really appreciate the honor that they're giving me.
Right on. So, did you get sized up for your watch and a ring and jacket?
Ring and jacket. If they're giving a watch, I didn't know it.
Oh,
but I'll take a new watch, okay? But I know a ring.
Those are the guys who got Produce Road. They make it a little collection and gave you a watch.
That's right. I should. There should be a hot watch somewhere they can get me.
Yeah, watch out. That's what the.
But yes, so I had got the jacket. They sent it Got a little tailored. Hopefully, it fits. It does fit. And I think I'm gonna start partying Wednesday night and make it Wednesday night and Thursday night, make it a 2-night affair.
Boom, boom. I tell you, the bets are that you're not going to stay off that table. Somehow you're going to find.
Well, I got guys from coming down from Springfield, Illinois. They want to know how early I'm going to be down there, so I guess I know they're going to do some gambling. So hopefully I can stay away from the tables. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this is, Kev. At this new venue.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited, and that there's that this is at the casino.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's going to be wonderful, man. I'll see you if you're standing up. I may you tell somebody to sit down in front of you. But
Well, I'm hoping, hey Kev, I know there's 11 guys going in. I know the guys from the Hill and all that. I hope I'm not a number 11. he's either going to be drunk or going to be gone by the time I get up here.
well, they're going by a strict time rule this season, so we'll see how they go with that.
Yeah, I've kind of got something written out, and I've got it short and sweet.
Nice. Yeah.
So hopefully everybody does that. So, I hope so.
Well, this is one of the best episodes I've ever been on, Nick. Thank you. And it's over 450 episodes and so forth. So, really nice.
Thank you, Kev. It's been fun. Thank you.
Yeah. So I got upload it and download it and send it out to this number. If you don't like it, tell me right away and I'll take it down. Okay.
No, trust me. Everything I said is perfect. Not a problem. You go ahead. How do I listen to it? How can but when is it on? And do I look up Kevin Whalen's podcast, or how do I do all that?
Okay. It's Whales Certified. So Whale with an S on it. Certified. Whales Certified Podcast. It's on a bunch of
WHALEN?
Yes.
Whales Certified?
No, yeah, no N. Whales. Just the whale, like the mammal.
Oh, WHALEN.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then I'll send the link to you at this number.
Okay.
And then you click on and then you can always get to it. And the whole story, the shtick is, hey, you're well certified, so
Hey, Kev, I appreciate you calling me and asking me to be on it because I love to tell the story of everything I talk to you about. Is on my mind, and it's nice to tell somebody else.
right on. We all dig it. So I guess this is a good opportunity to say, North Side!
Hey, don't put that in my broadcast. Don't put that in my broadcast.
Oh, beautiful, Nick. I'm looking forward to seeing you, man, to toast you. You're a wonderful representative for the beautiful game of soccer in St. Louis, man.
Thank you, Kev.
All right. Good night now.
All right. See you, buddy.